I'm Jean Rivera, and this is what you need to know about advances in Alzheimer's treatment. The Alzheimer's space is gaining a lot of momentum as of recently. Over 2 decades of failed trials and no new drug approvals. Now we finally have an anti-amyloid antibody that's been approved for Biogen and ACI. And this is the first antibody of its class. It has disease-modifying potential. Now that's very different from the current treatment landscape in Alzheimer's, in which you only treat subset of symptoms. This new class of drug, anti-amyloid antibodies, are pretty effective in changing the course of the disease. Now, they're not a functional cure, so patients will still progress, will still have cognitive decline, but it'll be at a slower rate. So this could gain patients around 2 to 3 months with their loved ones, still having intact cognition and no functional memory impairments. But is that a meaningful difference? Of course it is for patients and families, but we still have a lot of work to do in order to cure this disease, and we'll likely move towards combination therapies in the future. But for now, it's a good first step. Monitoring these patients in the real-world setting is key. So the Center for Medicaid Services, or CMS, has required that patients that get on anti-amyloid drugs be part of a registry. And that registry will track these patients over time to monitor efficacy and safety across different populations that may not have been included in the study, or to make conclusions about different populations that potentially weren't powered in the study to make those conclusions. So we're going to learn more about how these patients can react and respond to these drugs in the real-world setting. So that's going to be key. And then subsequent to that, I do expect novel mechanisms of actions. All of that's going to lead to combination therapy and personalized medicine approaches, where each patient is going to be treated based on what's driving their dementia from Alzheimer's. I mean, the whole market is going to shift now. This is the first disease-modifying therapy. It's going to be very slow. I mean, we've pointed out multiple headwinds that these companies have to overcome, from neurologist limitations, scanning limitations, infusion center capacity, and safety are the key hurdles. But once these hurdles are overcome, we do expect exponential uptake. The market population is huge. In the United States alone, there's 6.7 million people with Alzheimer's dementia, and globally there's around 20 million. And this number is expected to double by 2040. So there's a huge unmet need and a huge opportunity in the market. As long as this is done effectively and safely at the beginning, then we do expect it to have gradual increase subsequently. In 2024, analysts are expecting around 500 million in revenue for both of these drugs, but that number could go up to 12 billion by 2030. So there's a lot of room for growth and a lot of room for novel mechanisms as well, which are in the development pipeline currently. Thanks for watching. I'm Jean Rivera, and this has been What You Need to Know About Advances in Alzheimer's Treatment.